Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm one of the owners of the Naked Cleaning Company. We provide a naked, topless and lingerie cleaning service, and I'm here to hit back at the people that don't think I do the cleaning. They're domestic cleaners solely. There's no other services involved. It's all light duty, so hoover, dusting, um, mopping floors, cleaning bathrooms.
How many guys are already looking up where they can find? I don't know. I think I might be more inclined if I were going to have this. If I were going to have something like this, I think I might be more inclined to have them in lingerie rather than I don't know. I mean, are you going to be around my food and naked? I don't know. Probably not.
In our cleaners' safety at all times. They must not, under any circumstances, touch our cleaners.
Well, they must not touch the cleaners. I would think so. Usually that's a rule when it comes to maids. Don't touch the cleaners. Women are quitting their jobs and making a fortune as naked cleaners. Did you all know this? I had no idea this was happening. Luckily, I guess, I was being insulated from whatever this is. But I tell you, here's the thing. How many of you out there have hired a maid? Either it's a rental property at your house. I've hired maids before, and it's not a common thing because it's expensive, and I don't think they do the best job. Have you hired a maid and they didn't do the best job? How about have you hired maid and had them steal things? Yes. Have you hired a maid and what did they look like? Have they ever looked like this? I mean, what kind of horror show is going to show up when you hire your lingerie clad or naked maid? Women are quitting their jobs. And don't quit too soon yet, honey. Don't quit too soon, because I'm afraid most of you are going to be either running smack dab into that wall or after that wall. And things, I know you think it still looks good, honey. I know you do, but it doesn't. Let's proceed. They're quitting and making a fortune as naked cleaners who strip down to scrub the floors for as much as $80 an hour. Well, I mean, why not? Why not? Isn't this like liberating for women? They get to they're making their dough. They are out there in the world, and so what if they're putting their wares on display, right? I don't know. There's something about this, and maybe tag me in the live chat if you can tell me what it is. Like I said, the in the lingerie seems like okay, but naked. The one we're going to read very briefly about is naked. And she does it naked. And she's like I guess a one-man crew. I don't think she's part of any company, but I don't know. It just seems like unhygienic, or if she's not meant to be in your house. Maybe I'm just a clean freak. What is it? I don't know. Let's see what else they say. All right. Well, here's another one. So they got at least two of them working for this company. Rhiannon, 32, says naked cleaning company has allowed her to clear her debts. Okay. As things in the West continue, I mean, I'm kind of torn, because on one hand, I think, yeah, I mean, why not? If I'm going to have like some cleaning take place in the house, and it could look good while it's happening, well, why not? And on the other hand, I'm like, is this like a big thing? Is this where society? Is this where our civilization is going? Is it just it's getting worse by the minute? So that everything. What's next? Although you think about like smaller towns, and I got to say this is really funny too. Maybe you've seen this. You're in a small town, and you drive into the heart of the town, and they got a little gas station, and they have a car wash going on. And I don't mean a machine. I mean, there are like honeys out there. And I'm not talking about like the high schoolers. I'm talking about like they're doing like a fundraiser and they bring out these women. And you're like, whoa, they look good in this town. And then you see the same thing. I'm talking about like bikinis and everything. And then you're in the city, and you see the same thing taking place, and you're like, what kind of hellish ghetto movie did these thug bitches just walk out of? They got like bullet wound scars on them, knife fight scars. And you're like, what the hell? What in the hell happened? What are you doing? She's like 15 times too big to be in anything other than like a bridle and sack around her head. Like, why do they let these beasts walk around unleashed? You know what I'm talking about. You don't want them near your car, much less trying to see something that you look at. Then they have to clean the vomit out of the inside of the car. Wow, look at this. I love like the porno music they're playing. And do these maids do they bring a little are we going to bring back the boom box from the 80s? They're going to come in with it like on their shoulder. It's going to be like this big, and it's going to be playing all like 70s porno. Well, look at this. I mean, hey, come on. Come clean my place. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. What is this? Slash her 40. Why did they write her twice there? I think maybe I think maybe the intern working on putting the words on the screen was paying too much attention to something else. Slash her 40-hour working week to just 10. Whoa. Good for you. You know what? Get out of the office because you suck there anyhow. Get out of the office. You can't compete with men. Go get in the kitchen in your lingerie and do some cleaning. Look at her. She's a good-looking woman. What is this? What is she dressed in there? Safety is a concern. Rhiannon says her clients have been proper gentlemen. And her compliments boost her confidence. No, this is horseshit. Women will do this all the time. They're like, "Oh, I'm in my string bikini with the invisible sides on it, so it looks like I'm naked mostly, because I just need a little boost in my confidence. I just feel kind of bad about myself, so don't criticize me for doing bullshit. You like to be worshipped. That's what you want. You want to be worshipped. You're not fooling any of us guys." It's like talking about with Rapunzel on her tweets there, where the girls are like, they show up and they're like, how do you like my new eye makeup? And she's got like jugs hanging out in the video or in the picture. What do you think? And don't you women know the problem with cleavage is that when a guy sees cleavage, it reduces his IQ by 50%. Per boob. So that's what's happening. We're just like, oh yeah, eye makeup. Yeah. So boost my confidence is bullshit. We're not believing that for 1 minute. You want to be worshipped. And you could tell by the look on it. It's a good looking woman. And I didn't see a ring on her finger. You know, this is another example. They're not peer pairing. No, they're not going out into the world. This woman, how old do you think this woman is? This blonde one here. How old is she? You know, she's older than all of the treatments and everything that she's got going on, right? She's spending, and she's saying she reduced her debts, and now she's going to be spending all this money on all of this cosmetic surgery and everything that she has going on. But you know, this woman could have been married a long time ago. Well, if we had a functioning society, she would have peer paired with a guy who was her equal instead of getting bedded down again and again and again and again and again by guys who were too good looking for her, out of her league. And now, since she hasn't peer paired, now she's out there and she's like, whoa, I'm gotta pay off my debts. Mama gotta pay off her debts somehow. We go out there and shake my eye makeup. You know what I mean? Shake my eye makeup. I wonder, do you have to pay for extra? Can they speak like in like a sultry way? Do you want me to suck the floors clean? I mean, what comes next? Okay, so those are dressed wherever they're located, with the exception of her bright yellow rubber gloves. Lottie Ray scrubs strangers' homes in the buff. But that's not even the most unusual thing about the 32-year-old's job as naked cleaner, charging 61. Why is she only charged 61? The other ones were up in the 80s. This is talk about a confidence thing. This is just OnlyFans in person. I mean, this is like a perfect segue, a nice segue. But this is what I've said all along. If you want your house painted, just go hire a hooker. They will do anything for $50. You just head on right down. It could be K Street in Washington, D.C. I know where to go. K Street and 14. Actually, it used to be. It's apparently moved somewhere now. But you can head down there. I'm sure the pimps will tell you. You head down there, and they will tell you exactly where to go, and you can find it. They'll tell you $50. They'll do anything you want. Jump in the car, bring it right home with you, hand her the paintbrush and the can. Let them get to work. Have you tried to hire painters otherwise? Despite insisting she's just there to clean, what's she cleaning off? Some of her male clients. How many like regular gals out there like, you know what, my place is dirty. I can't get to it because I'm a boss woman. I can't get to it. You know what? I want one of them naked cleaning ladies. Despite insisting, okay, so her male clientele believe they're getting more bang. Oh, funny. More bang for their buck, so to speak. You know what? It would have been better to leave the so to speak out. That would have been funnier. We're getting it. It's like who used to do the skits? Well, it wasn't Saturday Night Live, was it? Somebody used to do skits where it would be an implied thing, and then the character would continue to, like, the person had no way of ever getting the implication, and they would keep going, and they would be like, I get it. I got it the first time. Whatever that was. Just leave that off. So people don't understand comedy anymore, do they? There's a fair few people who are creepy. No shit. Really? Really? I mean, I could get, especially a novelty thing for a guy. I don't know about naked, like I said. Maybe in lingerie, sexy lingerie, because especially for a woman to actually look good naked, she's got to be in like good shape. Otherwise, she's just naked. So put her in lingerie, because then that's going to make a much larger percentage of women look good. You know what I mean? Put them in lingerie, and then she's good. So have her come to the house. It'll be like sanitary. She'll be and then she can come to the house. But otherwise, I mean, come on. Obviously, it's going to be creepy people. A handful of the guys I clean for book cleaners on the premise. They will get something else. No shit. You don't say. Ray told, okay, I'm clear. I'm there just to clean. But they'll say that other cleaners have been strippers or given massages. Listen, if you're a guy and you hire a naked cleaner to come to your house and you think that it's going to be something more than just a laugh, just a lark, just like something different to tell your buddies, hey, I had a woman come and she was naked the whole time, you're going to end up in jail. Because talk about the easiest police sting in history. I mean, for God's sake, could you make it any easier for law enforcement? The cop's going to show up and then you're going to be like, yeah, you're not going to know that, of course, until they decide to slap the cuffs on. They already have you and your house. It's not even like you could give a fake name and you have the potential of fleeing from the crime and getting away from law enforcement. They know where you live. It's just, don't do this. How dumb. They give massages. I bet they give massages. She describes herself as free-spirited. That's a way to describe it. Took up the odd job in 2017. Is that going to be on Craigslist under odd jobs? Can you hire there for odd jobs? To make some extra cash, saying she wouldn't do it if there was no financial incentive. No shit. What a stupid thing to say. She wouldn't do it if there were no financial incentive. I mean, like, is this charity nudity? Why would you even say such a thing? I'm always looking for ways to make extra money. This is her side hustle. Always looking for ways to make extra money, and it's bare side muscle. And she quite likes being naked. Okay, so we're maybe getting at a little bit more here. So I think the author, maybe it was the same one doing I think he had his mind in the wrong place. I think the blood in his body was funneled to something other than his cranium. Okay, I'll try it, she explained. Well, there she is. I don't know. See, put her in some lingerie. Put her in some lingerie. Put her in some lingerie. She's 30 what? Oh no, she's hit the wall. Do some exercise. Come on. There are muscles that run both sides of the rhomboids are here. You got your traps. You got to build up your rhomboids, your lats. Oh my God. We'll just call her Jello lats. This rear delt is totally missing too. What about the tricep? You know what's going to happen right here? I don't know if you can see the cursor. You know what's going to happen right here? The wings are developing, ladies and gentlemen. These things will soon be wings. And we all know what those are for, is that when women piss men off, they flap these things up and then they use them like flying squirrels to glide to safety. All right, here she is again, looking a little bit better in this picture, but she's still got to work out. And it looks like she's endowed. So that's good for her. That will serve her well in her losing 50% of my IQ as I proceed through this, though. But see, the bottom half is going to be really important here. I mean, come on. Get her in some lingerie. However, Ray freaked out with her first job she ever booked and, quote, didn't end up going. After looking up the house on Google Maps and seeing it backed up to woodland where a 6-foot hole was already dug. Wow. I mean, really? Yeah, that guy was creepy. But going forward, I thought I can do this and started accepting jobs. I've met all sorts of people over the years, I bet you have. While younger men with disposable income want to try something different. Now, that's actually something. And it doesn't have to just be a younger man. It could be a guy of any age that might be like, well, I wonder what that would be like. I wonder what that would be like. Others think, okay, disposable income. Others think the maid routine is a ruse. It's a ruse for something different. With one guy even putting porn on his TV while a naked Ray polished and scrubbed his home. He should have just left it polished. Oh, this author is fucking this up. So a guy put porn on? So you need to have like rules. You need to have stipulation. She's there just to clean, fellas. She's there to clean. She doesn't, if you couldn't put on like National Geographic, you couldn't put on, that reminds me actually of a stand-up comedian I saw many, many moons ago when there was still a tiny bit, a scintilla of comedy left on the stage. And it was a black guy. And he said, I was actually a very young child. And he said, why is it that when a white man has naked women in a magazine, he calls it Playboy or Penthouse? And when black women are naked in a magazine, it's called National Geographic. He was a black comedian. Look him up. I did not make that joke. I just laughed my ass off at it. But I was in elementary school, and I immediately went to the library and asked for National Geographic. Creepy or pervy men aside, some of her clientele just want company or someone to hang out with in the buff. Well, that's kind of creepy. Unless it's a like nudist people, then and that was usual for them, then maybe that's Maybe they feel uncomfortable with a dressed maid in the house. One OS, one of her, wow. Somebody clean the keyboard this guy was typing with, for the love of God. One of her regular male clients, is a male nudist. He's already naked when I get in. We have a coffee and I play with his dog and then get to work, she said. The clients get naked as well. A few of them are quite nervous. Now, see, that's the guy who's a nudist seems more, I guess, acceptable than the clients who are not nudists, but they get naked. The clients who, like, they don't ever do nudity, they don't go to the nude beach, they don't do nudity, but when the naked maid gets there, they get naked. That to me seems different. I don't know. This is a whole new world. It's a brave new world for us, ladies and gentlemen, what the anti-whites have made of it. The clients get naked. A few of them are quite nervous at first and keep their clothes on. Why not just keep them on? And before they get confident enough and take them off, one person she remembered had the dirtiest house she had ever seen, but didn't want her to clean it. He just wanted some company. Aw, that's kind of sad. Ray revealed, adding that her current and past partners are completely cool with her job. My friends and family know what I do. Ooh. How many out there could go to mom and dad, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, and tell them you're a naked cleaner? But I think they wonder why I do it. Probably. You're probably right. They think all these men are weird and creepy. But in general, they're nice people. Well, that's a nice attitude to have in order to keep getting paid. And that's Naked Maids, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I had some audio of like a drum going off. The